I'm London Olds, your top 40 department director here at 91.5 WDBK. And I'm here with one last very special guest to wrap up this semester. We have professional stunt performer and actor Justin Clarke.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming
Thanks
in
for having me.
again.
Finally getting together.
Finally, I feel bad for harassing you all
No,
these
it's all good.
weeks.
I always felt bad for turning it down. Like, oh, something else going on. So
I know. I mean, you're a busy man,
yeah.
of course. You've been working on The Walking Dead.
Mhm.
Is that accurate?
Yeah. Just wrapped up last week, last Friday.
And just in time for the holidays, thankfully. You're a fan of The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
is that correct? So what's it like working on something that you're like personally already like a fan of?
Personally, it's amazing. Like I grew up like reading the comic books, and so I guess being able to be a part of it now, it's been like an amazing just like journey.
Mhm.
Like the whole family of it. Like everyone's just it's almost like family.
So it's all of you like the same people working on it every
Majority of the people are the same, like behind the scenes, like the special effects guys. A lot of them are from the original show of The Walking Dead, and then you have like all the spin-offs now. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So what's your role? Are you a walker?
I'm a walker. I mean, I do stunts, so
Mhm.
generally it's like a walker or someone that has to do like some type of like fighting or
Mhm.
pretty much dying a lot of times now. So
I imagine you played a lot of dead bodies
yeah.
in your time.
Mhm.
Um, so how did you like become a stuntman? How'd you get into it?
About 12 or 13 years ago, I auditioned for some movie called The Last Airbender,
Hmm.
which is
The M.
not too
Night
many people's
Shyamalan.
favorite movie.
I have a lot of thoughts and
Yeah.
feelings on that
Yeah. No,
movie.
I mean, it's kind of the same. I always say that, like, that movie kind of opened up, like, I knew nothing about the TV show personally. And then
Really?
as I started doing the movie, I was like, oh, let me watch the cartoon.
Mhm.
And then I realized, oh, this is amazing cartoon. We're about to make this amazing movie. And we shot a lot of things that were in the cartoon,
Mhm.
but they just never made it to the movie. So
Mm.
I don't know if like someone had something to do with that. Like if there was an alternate version
Mhm.
that existed, it would
Mm.
probably show everything else that most people would say that why didn't they show that or
Mhm.
like the was it Kabuki Warriors and stuff like that?
Yeah, the
Kyoshi
Kyoshi
Warriors, yeah.
Warriors.
Or like why did
Yes.
they change the name from like Ung,
Yes,
you know?
Og and Eero, and
Yeah.
I could talk about that
Yeah.
movie for hours, but let's not.
But yeah, but so that was pretty much my intro into stunts. Like I went there as a special abilities extra because they needed about I think it was like 200 martial artists and I had
Mm.
been doing martial arts since I was like 6 years old.
Mhm. You're a
So
black belt in
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
And so I tried out for the movie, like I got a part in it, and from there just kind of took off.
Were you, like, confined to, like, one role, or did you do, like, a bunch
I
of
was a
background stuff?
firebender,
Mm.
so we were just, doing like kung fu since that's what they do,
Mhm.
firebenders, and talked to the stunt coordinator. I was like, hey, like I really want to get into stunts, and he was like, all right, well, I'll take your info down, your email, and if I find something, I'll hit you up. So like a year later passed, and they started filming the movie Lincoln
Mm.
in Virginia. So I got called to become a Union soldier,
Mm.
and that was like my first official like stunt job, like SAG. So
Oh, that's cool. So, for the last Airbender one, was that, like, uncredited? Is that what you
yeah,
mean?
it's
Or
like extra work, like
Ah.
background. Yeah,
Mm.
but I mean, it was still. I mean, the way we look at it now, and we all joke about it because a lot of us became stuntmen after that. Had they had known what we were doing, really like SAG, they would have had to pay us as stuntmen because we were doing stunts, like we were
Mhm.
jumping and
Yeah.
kicking and flipping all over the place, which
Mhm.
technically you're not allowed to do when you're
Yeah,
an
that
extra.
sounds dangerous if you're doing
Yeah,
that and you're uncredited and you're not in SAG or
yeah.
anything.
So
Yeah. So for Lincoln then, would you consider that kind of like your big break into
yeah,
stunts?
that was my big break.
Mm.
Hmm.
What was it like when it came out? And I know you were technically in the background, but like
Hmm.
still knowing like you were there and like seeing the scene you were in, like how did that like
So the
feel
last Airbender.
for Lincoln?
Oh,
Like we don't have to talk
so
about the
Lincoln.
last
No,
Airbender
Lincoln. It
anymore.
was pretty cool just because I got to work with my favorite director, which is Steven Spielberg. So
Mm-hmm.
that
It's
in itself
crazy.
was the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the movie's really good too.
I have not seen it. I
I
will.
mean,
I'll put it on my
it's long.
list.
like it's a cool biography about
Mhm.
President Lincoln. So
Did you met Spielberg then?
mhm.
What was that?
Spielberg, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What was that like then working with someone who you already love so
I
much?
was kind of like just shocked at first, like just
Uh-huh.
like, oh man, like you made E.T. in Jurassic Park. Like
Uh-huh.
so right there I was just kind of like, all right, well, I'm here for this.
Mm. Have you have you worked with him since, or I don't think so.
No.
I hadn't seen
Mm-mm.
it in your credits or anything like
Yeah.
that. Um, so have you I feel like when you think about, like, stunts, you usually think of, like, just action movies,
Mhm.
but, like, Lincoln is, like, a biopic, and
Yeah.
I imagine it's more of a drama than
Yeah, more drama.
so, like, are there, like, other genres for that have, like, a market for stunts that we might not think of when we think of, like,
I
stunt
mean, even
performers?
like a romantic comedy,
Mhm.
there's always something happening where, like, say someone trips and falls. It's a stunt. Like
Hmm.
the little things that you don't think of as being stunts. Like
Mhm.
I would say, perfect example of that is the Get Down. So as a background person, extra, you're not allowed to go off the ground. So say if you're sitting on top of a truck, right, or sitting on top of a hood of a car,
Mhm.
that's technically off the ground. So that's a stunt.
Wow.
Anyone can. I mean, we all know anyone can do that.
Mhm.
But under the rules, that's technically a stunt.
Mhm.
So,
Wow. So,
something as simple as that.
yeah, that's like even like the
Yeah,
tiniest things you would need like an actual professional for.
yeah.
Hmm. That is interesting. I didn't realize that. I feel like I said, when you think about stunts, you think like action movies and like
Mhm.
these big fight scenes and stuff. So I feel like a lot of people don't realize it can be like narrowed down to like even the tiniest
The
things like that.
simplest things, like even, perfect example is, as a background performer, you're not allowed to handle, like, the main talent.
Mhm.
So, say you just happen to be walking past whatever said star, and it calls for, like, someone to bump them, which happens in movies where someone go, "Oh, I made a mistake and bumped you," and that has to be a stunt.
Mm.
Because if not, like, say if it's just a background actor and maybe they bump the main actor too hard and maybe they fall.
Mhm.
They get hurt, that costs production millions because now they can't film,
Mm.
so that's why they label it as a stunt.
Hmm. Yeah, that's very interesting. So then with with stunts being so, like, vast then, is
Mhm.
it common for, like, performers to have, like, a certain type of stunts they do or, like, a certain types of movies that they do? Like, how sometimes, like, more mainstream actors have, like, a niche they kind of work
Mhm.
in? Could that be a thing for stunt performers
Yeah,
too?
some stunt performers have, like, a there are niche stunt performers where they might just do fighting. Some guys do nothing but driving or falling.
Mm,
I would say nowadays, like, you kinda wanna just be, like, just kinda someone who can do everything, because a lot of times if you get a full run on a show, like, a couple times I've gotten full runs on The Walking Dead or on other shows, and it's 3 months of actual work, so maybe they need you to be a walker today, or maybe they need you to drive tomorrow as a normal person.
mm,
So you just need to have all these different skills so that you can be called on and used.
mm,
Because if not, then it's just like, okay, well, I'll call this guy for this one thing, and then you get sent back home after that.
mhm,
But you have a bunch of skills, then they can bring you in for 3, 4 months, maybe a year, depending on how long the movie films for.
mhm.
So,
That makes sense.
mhm.
So, you would say, like, you try to be more varied instead of
Yeah,
having, like, one avenue?
especially being like a minority,
Mhm, mm,
there's a lot of things that we're not known for doing, even though we do everything.
mhm.
Like perfect example, like horse riding.
Mm.
How many people do you know ride a horse? Not even
None.
saying like
Literally
being
none.
black or white, just in this area in general. Probably most people can't do that.
Mhm.
And then narrow that down to like being in in the movie industry,
Mm.
and then being a professional stunt person that can do it. It gets smaller and smaller the more like things you put into that. Like, oh, they have to be Spanish, they have to be black, maybe they have to be Asian.
Mhm.
Oh, they have to be 22 to 30, or maybe they need to be 17 to 21. That range. So having more skills just helps you out overall.
Yeah.
Even the small ones that you don't think that matter, like, oh, maybe you can play basketball. Well, now it's a basketball movie come in and they need you to double said star
Mhm.
because you know how to dunk or just dribble in general.
Mhm. That makes sense. Um, so speaking of you've worked with Lakeith Stanfield
hmm
a few times
Yeah.
now. Does he like if you double? Were you his double?
Yeah, it's double. Yeah.
So how does that like work when you do it with an actor more than once? Like, can they request someone? Do they just call you when they know you've already worked
I
with
mean,
him? Or
they can request you. Like sometimes an actor can put you in this contract, so you're his main double. I've never had that personally, but
mm-hmm,
because of Lakeith's like size and his height,
mm-hmm,
generally I've gotten a lot of calls for him just because there's not too many guys in the industry that are his size.
mm,
And once again, like being a minority,
mm-hmm,
it's that much harder.
yeah,
So
yeah. Um. So is there anyone else that you've worked with like multiple times, or do you usually
um
kind of look out for someone when you're taking on a job? Or
not really. I mean, because stunts is so small, it's like
mm-hmm,
once you meet a couple coordinators, it's kind of like say there's a job somewhere else that you've never worked for this coordinator before, and he goes, "Hey, I need a guy that's like 6'1", 160 to 170 possibly. Do you know anyone?" And then guys will be like, "Oh, well, this guy, they'll recommend you. He's really good. He worked for me on this job." And that's generally how you get the job.
mm-hmm. So it's about like the people you know, kind of.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of
a
people
lot
say
of
that
yeah.
about the arts,
hmm
especially in like the industry. Um, oh, I meant to ask this like 2 questions ago,
hmm
but like are there like any like talking about like having like a varied set of skills, like are there like certain types of stunts that you're like best at or like bigger like areas that you're kind of known for to be hired for?
Um, fighting and falling. Like I love doing crazy falls. I mean, I drive too. I've been driving a lot more now, but
Hmm.
I generally love like the fighting and falling,
Mm-hmm.
especially the falling. You can make falls look so crazy,
Mm.
and they pay. I mean, next to like driving, falling pays a lot more. So,
Because you have your black belt in taekwondo, so you
mhm.
have like a background in martial arts.
Yeah.
Then, so then would you say you got into the industry because of like your love of martial arts, or for film, or like a mixture of both?
I mean, if I'm saying what skill helped me the most, I would say skateboarding,
Hmm.
just learning how to fall.
Hmm.
Because skateboarding, you fall all the time learning how to do tricks. So I feel like that's the one skill that helped me out the most because that's the skill you need the most,
Mm-hmm.
falling. Like you're going to fall as a stuntman. There's no way you're not going to fall.
Hmm. Um. So then, like, are there like when you're watching a movie, are
Mhm,
there like certain like movies or like action movies or anything that you enjoy like because of the stunts? Because I feel like being involved with them, it obviously kind of gives you a knowledge of like how
mhm.
to execute them. So then when you're watching them, does it like give you like a different perspective? So then it kind of like gives you like another way
Yeah.
to like judge a movie that you're watching.
I mean, it takes away a lot of times
Mm.
in the movie. Like you'll watch a movie, you just go, "Oh, something's about to happen," and I'll see a bunch of guys I know that do stunts. I'm like, "Oh, there's about to be a fight," and it doesn't turn me off, but I'm just like, "All right, I know something's going to happen now."
It takes the surprise
It takes a
out.
surprise out, yeah.
Mhm.
So a lot of times when I do watch things, I'm just like, "Oh man, I hope I don't see certain people," or if I do see them, I'm just like, "All right, well,
Mm.
I know what's about to happen."
Yeah, that makes sense. That must be tough.
Mm.
'Cause, like, I really love action
Mhm.
movies. It's funny whenever my dad and I watch things, because 'cause I've seen a lot of the
Yeah.
stuff that you've been in, so whenever my dad and I watch them, he's like, "Oh, my boy Justin was in that." I'm like, "Oh, wow." So I feel like if that were, like, the case for me, I feel like it would be so disappointing. 'Cause, like, I watch so much of it, but, like, if I had to experience that and it kind of, like, takes the magic out in a way, like, I
Mhm.
feel like that'd be so disappointing.
I feel like the behind the scenes are a lot more fun than actual the finished product.
Mhm.
The finished product, if it comes out good, that's amazing, but
Yeah.
a lot of times I don't look at it as becoming like, "Oh, it's gonna be the most amazing thing ever." I'm just like, "All right, well, I remember what I seen when I was there, and I
Mhm.
try not to remember the script or I try to take myself out of it. After I do the stunt, I'm like, "All right, cool.
Mm.
I'm gonna go back to not knowing again."
Mm. Yeah. That makes sense. You have to, like, put it out of your
Mhm,
brain in order to, like, really enjoy it, I feel like. Especially, I feel like when you, like, go through, like, the stress of making something,
mhm,
I feel like when you actually see it at the end, it's like, ugh, like, it's almost like if I just made a short film for a class
uh-huh,
and we just finished it, and I feel like I still haven't watched the very last edit because it was so much to make it. I'm just like, I like don't have it in me to watch it. So I feel like having to do that, but for like a full length, feature length movie, it
Yeah.
must be like so exhausting.
I feel like it's the same way even with the short. Like, I don't know if you're at this point yet, but are you ready to just be done with it? Where you're just
Not
like, I just
I mean, I do wanna do film when I transfer,
mhm,
so not exactly. I'm not there yet, thankfully, but, like, I was thinking about this when I was writer-director on the short
mhm,
film, and it wasn't, like, any, like, stunts or anything like that, but it was, like, walking throughout a house, basically,
yeah,
and, like, trying to choreograph how you're walking, and then also trying to figure out the camera angles
mhm.
to show these people walking through the house. So I'm like, if you're doing a fight scene, that must be, like, the most difficult to do where it's like you have to coordinate the fight scene, and then you have to find a way to show that in the most visually pleasing way
Mhm.
in terms of the camera, like, that sounds like the hardest thing to do.
It is. It's just like we give like a previs a lot of times. Like we generally film the fight that we liked
Mhm.
and show all the like the main points of it, and then we give it to the director, and the director will go, "Okay, cool. Like let me try to film it as much as possible that way." Or he might just go, "I like what you guys did, and I'm going to shoot it my vision, my way." Cool.
Mhm.
Or he can shoot exactly how we filmed it. So then he goes, "All right, cool, we got it," and then he gives it to his editor, and it's up to his editor to do whatever he wants.
That too, and then
The editor
also
can
trying to cut it
destroy
together.
everything at once.
Yeah.
It's always in his hands last,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, that my film teacher made it very clear that, like, editing literally makes the movie, and
yeah.
it's the most important step. So, it can, like, really make or break a movie,
Mhm.
which again, trying to do a fight scene, trying to cut it together, based on, like, what you directed, it feels
Yeah,
so difficult.
and if your editor doesn't know, like, action,
Mhm,
it's gonna get destroyed. It's a
mhm.
guarantee.
Yeah, I feel like if for a fight scene, it feels like that whole process would be, like, very finicky,
Mhm.
kind of, to really get right. So how does that, like the process of, um, choreographing and, like, preparing and then performing, like, a fight, how does that, like, process work?
Generally, it's like, the director will or the writer will have what they want in the script, and then the director will tell us, like, this is what he wants, this is what the beats he wants to show, and then from those beats, we go in, we film what the writer likes, what the director likes, and then we'll show them, like, a finished version of what we filmed. Like, "Hey, this is what we think might work. What do you think?" And a lot of times they'll give you notes, and we'll go back and refilm certain things that they like to highlight a little bit more.
Mhm.
And then after that, we just wait for the actual day to film it, and then they film it. And sometimes it's the second unit director who is normally like a stunt coordinator
Mhm.
that might film it, but then other times it just might be the director, and he'll just go, "Okay, we want to film it this way, film these certain angles," and if he thinks he's got it, then he's got it.
Hmm. Have you coordinated a fight at all or just performed?
Coordinate a couple of fights
Hmm.
for Raising Canaan, which is part of that whole Power universe.
I've heard of it. I haven't
Yeah,
seen any of it, but I've
yeah,
heard of
that's cool.
it. So then, like, would you say you prefer one or the other, coordinating or performing?
Performing more.
Mm.
Yeah.
You prefer the more hands-on stuff?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because coordinating is it's like directing, like, you have to handle every department.
Yeah.
So when you're coordinating stunts, you're making sure the fight's done right. You gotta
Mhm.
hire the stunt people. You have to sit in all the production meetings. Like, I've sat on production meetings, like, it's cool to see the industry from that side,
Mhm.
but then you get to see how people get stressed out about money,
Mm.
or when they have this grand idea and you go, "Well, it's gonna cost you $3,000 for this car, another 4 grand to reinforce it so it can take a car hit. I need a stunt double. So we need 3 days plus 2 days of practice." And when money starts getting higher and higher, things all of a sudden guys will go, "Well, we kind of don't need that. Can we do it from this angle instead and just not do the hit?"
Mhm.
And you watch dreams just kind of just grabs and just go down.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes so are there any other areas of, like, the film industry you'd, like, wanna be involved in, or do you, like, see
Um,
yourself staying with stuff?
no, I want to direct eventually.
Mm.
Yeah. That's like my goal.
Do you have any ideas, like, what kind of movie you'd like to direct?
Horror movie.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
dope.
It's I don't know, to me, it's the one genre that does everything.
Yes.
Like, you can get comedy out of it,
Mhm.
suspense, just every action.
Yeah,
And the
that
budget generally is not as expensive as any other, like, movie.
yeah, I think you can pull off very effective horror with not, like it doesn't need to be, like, huge
Yeah.
blockbuster to, like, get it done, you know?
It's like story is king. If you
Yeah.
got a good story,
Mhm.
generally, you can nail everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about horror a lot this semester because I was doing a podcast.
Mhm.
We did a lot of horror movies. Like, those are, like, among my favorite too. Like, I had so many to do, and then we just did Christmas, and I didn't have any Christmas movies to talk about because 'cause I'm not into Christmas movies. Like,
What's your favorite horror movie right now?
right now, like, it came out recently,
Yeah, like the past year or 2.
Weapons was really good. It was very strange,
Yeah,
but it was good.
super good.
I wanna see The Substance. It's been on my list since
Mhm.
it came out, and I haven't been able to see it, and it's making me so mad because I know it's so good.
No, it is.
I know. But I feel like Weapons is, like, the newest one that I saw that I
Mhm.
enjoyed, but I'm gonna need a minute before I can revisit it because it was so strange.
Did you
Uh,
see, Bring Her Back?
no,
Bring Her
no.
Back is that movie where you wanna see, like, just really good cinema, like,
Mhm,
yeah, it's a horror film,
mhm,
but it's a film.
mm. Yeah, I feel like horror is so, like, underestimated
Mhm.
in the film industry, which is a shame
It
because it
is.
is the most versatile. Um, like, it barely even Sinners! Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Sinners, yeah.
I hate my I forgot Sinners. That was probably my favorite of the year,
Mhm.
period. And that's another one that's probably gonna get snubbed, like, in the awards season.
Yeah. I think, like, I love Sinners a lot, but if I'm going between that and Weapons, I'm going with Weapons.
Really?
Just because Sinners gave too much away in the trailers. I knew as soon as they
Really?
showed it, it was, "Oh, it's about a vampire."
I don't know if because I try to stay away from trailers in general. I'm
I
not a
do
huge
too.
trailer
I always get
person.
one teaser, and that's
Mhm,
it. Like, let me do the teaser trailer,
mhm.
and as soon as it happened, I was like, "It's about vampires." Like,
I can't remember if I knew it was about vampires first. I probably did,
mhm.
most likely. Um, but I mean, even still, I feel like still going into it, there were still a lot of
No, there's
surprises.
still, yeah.
So I feel like I would have let it slide.
Mhm.
But no, Sinners was for sure my favorite. Um, your favorite for the year? Which one?
Ah. It's a toss-up between Weapons and Sinners.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Weapons
Good
just had
choices.
an original story that I was just like, "Okay."
Weapons was very original.
Mhm.
Can't say it wasn't original. It was very, very unique.
That's where the only difference is between if I'm going with cinematography and everything,
Mhm.
Sinners is probably the best one.
Ryan Coogler is a genius.
Yeah. But just
But
because Weapons had that more original story,
mm,
I was feeling it.
mm, good choices.
But I
I
do
like
like the twist better in Sinners than I do
mhm.
in Weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Um, so then for, like, actors, have there been any, like, actors you've worked with that, like, you were a fan of, and have you ever been, like, starstruck or anything like that?
The only kind of like starstruck moment I would say is working on John Wick 3 and meeting Keanu.
I was gonna ask you about
Yeah.
Keanu. Is
I
he
had that
cool?
one moment, I was just like, "Oh, man, I'm
I
starstruck right
know.
now," and I shouldn't be.
Mhm.
And, like, the story is, so we're filming have you seen part 3 or
Yes.
okay, so, you know the scene when they walk into the Continental and there's those guys wearing, like, the all black with the mask, and they're just bulletproof, and they start fighting all the different guards or shooting, and kinda walk through Continental and shooting all these different guards.
Probably. I've seen they kinda blur together in my
Yeah.
brain.
So it's like the one of the main fight scenes in the 3rd one.
Mhm.
So we're filming that, and, we go they kinda cut while they're changing cameras and whatever, angles. So I walk over to Crafty, and I'm just getting a snack and a drink, and all of a sudden, this guy walks up next to me, and I turn around, and I'm like, "Oh, it's Keanu Reeves." And
Mhm.
he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm Keanu." I'm like, "Hey, I'm Justin." And then I just stood there and looked at him, and in my head, I was like, "Man, you did The Matrix." Like,
Yeah.
we both had that awkward moment, like, "Okay, it just happened." And we walked away, and that was it. And then like I seen like one of my other stunt friends. He's like, oh, you talking to Keanu? He's like, what do you say? I'm like, he told me his name. I told him my name, and I just stood there. He's like, you got starstruck? I'm like, yeah, man.
That's
I was like,
so
he did the
funny.
Matrix. Like, what do you want me to do? Like,
That's hilarious. I mean, I feel like I'd still brag about getting an awkward moment with Keanu Reeves because
yeah,
I've never had any moment with Keanu Reeves.
it just, I don't know. I never had that moment. Like I've met so many other people, and I'm just like, all right, cool. Hey,
Maybe
how you
with
doing? Whatever.
Spielberg. Went better with Spielberg.
Spielberg was just, all right, how you doing? Shook his hand. Whatever.
You're chill.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I know you made ET and everything, but I'm just like, all right.
Mhm.
Like that wow factor just wasn't
Mhm.
there. But Keanu was just like, and I thought Keanu was gonna be the same way. Where like I was like, I know I'm gonna meet this guy. Like, there's no way
Mhm.
I'm not gonna like talk to him at least once. And I think I got starstruck on not just the whole Matrix thing, but watching him work. There's a thing where he does, and he can count how many rounds he fires in a scene.
Mhm.
So he's going through shooting, and they play this game where, hey man, can you guess how many rounds he shot off? And he does the whole scene. He's shooting, grabbing different guns, shooting. And they go, cut. How many rounds or how many's left in his chamber? And everyone's trying to guess, like, he shot this many rounds, yada, yada, yada. And people are getting close to it. And they're like, Keanu, how many rounds do you think you got left? How many did you shoot out of all the guns? I shot about 40 rounds. I got 3 left in the chamber. And kind of hard to guess if he really did 40. So
Mhm.
he unloaded the mag.
Mhm.
3 left in the mag. We were just like, "Oh my god, he's that dude." And then
Mhm.
5 minutes later, that happened, and I was like, "Keanu, you did the Matrix."
He did.
Yeah.
That feels like a fair reaction. I would be so much worse. Um, so you were, I'm guessing, one of the like stunt fighters
Mhm.
in that scene.
Yeah, like one of the Continental Guards.
Mhm. Did you like have like a moment where you were like up close, like doing the stunt with him, or were you
Just getting shot by him pretty much.
Mm,
So,
still something?
yeah,
Still something.
I had my moment with him, so I blew
Mhm.
it. It's
Yeah.
good.
He's cool though?
No, he was super cool, yeah.
He's
Super
like
generous guy. Like,
mhm.
all the main guys who work with him all the time were just like, yeah, he's
Yeah, he's one
super
of those where
generous
like you
and
never hear anything bad about him.
nah.
And if I did, I don't know what I would do. I don't know.
I feel like he's one of those guys you just won't hear anything.
Mhm.
Even watching him taking, like, photos with fans,
Mhm.
I'm like, "This guy's good." Like, you know, like, say if a female fan comes up to him and
Mhm.
asks for a photo,
Mhm.
he'll go behind them, like, you know, sit next to him or whatever, and his hand won't touch them at all.
Hmm.
Like, you know, most people are like, "Oh, I might give you a hug." He's
Mhm.
just like, "Nope." And it's just the way he is, you know?
Mhm.
And I'm just like, I respect that, you know? Like, he knows I'm not gonna invade someone else's space like that,
Mhm.
but he's always there to talk to somebody if you wanna talk.
Hmm.
So,
Well, maybe you'll get your chance
yeah.
again. Get a redo. Um, so if you could like work with any like new director, like if you could work with like any director, live or dead,
Mm.
who would they be and like why?
I've ordered. That's such a hard one.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Coogler. I can't.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'd say what Jordan Peele, which I feel like is similar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Original idea and
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Hoover is great.
mhm.
Um, there were a lot of stunts and sinners. Could have
Sure.
been there.
Yeah, I
Could have
could've.
been there.
I feel like I'm gonna get my time. I feel like I've missed 2 of his biggest ones, so I'm just like, "Alright, cool,
Mm.
whatever. I'll get one. I'll get the next
Yeah,
one."
Creed. Forgot about that.
No, I didn't do Creed.
Mm-hmm.
I did another Rocky thing, but not Creed.
Oh, what did you
Yeah.
do?
There's a movie coming out called I Play Rocky, and it's about how the, original Rocky movie was filmed
Mm.
and all the backstory behind it, like, which is a lot of craziness, so
Is he's based off of someone? The character Rocky, is he based off of her?
just
No.
Sylvester Stallone's
Mhm.
idea.
Hmm. I've never
He
seen
says
it.
it's kinda Muhammad Ali and,
Mm.
I think it's George Foreman. I think it's originally his idea, but where it
Mm.
came from,
Mhm.
but
Very cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I don't know. I've never seen Creed either, but I've always heard good things.
It's a good movie.
I've heard, yeah, Michael B. Jordan's great,
Yeah.
of course. Um, so you mentioned skateboarding and
Mhm.
obviously you do martial arts and like all these things, and you did them before you were doing them like professionally. So do you do any like parts of your job like recreationally still? Or would it be
Um,
like hard to did I just kick you? I'm
no,
so
no,
sorry.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But like would it be like kind of hard to like kind of keep up with them just because like now they're your job?
No, I mean, martial arts, I don't do as much, but I still like kick heavy bags and things like that.
Mhm.
But as far as like going for like a higher belt now, I
Mm.
think once I got my black belt, I was like, all right, I'm good.
There's higher than black?
I mean, you have different like degrees of it, like second, third degree. That's just more years. I'm just like, I'm good.
Mm. I thought like you got to black and then you were
No,
done.
there's different degrees of it. Yeah.
That makes sense though.
I
Like,
was just like, yeah, I want to get a black belt one day. Got
mhm.
it. And I was like, all right, I'm done.
How old were you when you got it?
16.
Wow.
But I was doing it since I was 5. So
Mm.
a long time.
Yeah. Well, that's took you about 10 years.
It's a long, I mean, 10 years from like 5, 6 years old. That's a long time. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many things that could pull you out of it that quick.
Yeah, I feel like when you start young like that, I feel like it's not common, I feel like, for kids to
Yeah.
stick with something like that.
Like I played sports like all year round. So I could be easily like, oh, I just want to do basketball. And that's it.
Mhm,
But I don't know. I kind of always liked it. So
mhm. You had the dedication.
yeah.
Do you have, like, so far, like, do you have, like, a project that you would say is, like, your favorite or that you remember most fondly so far?
Um, it's kind of a toss up on different reasons. The Walking Dead's still gonna be like one of my favorites,
Mm,
just because I love the show and I love the comic book. But as far as like something different, The Harder They Fall,
mm.
which is like a cowboy movie that they did for Netflix.
My dad loves that movie.
Yeah, just I mean, even that time that we were shooting, because it was during COVID, like during like the thick of COVID.
Mm,
Like we were like one of the first productions back. So we had to wear like all these crazy masks and testing like 3 times a day. And
mhm,
it was just cool learning how people rode horses back then. Cause I didn't ride horses at the time. I was
mm,
just like, hey, like I could double a Keith. And if you need me to ride horses, they're like, yeah, we need you to ride horses. Can you ride horses? I'm like,
mhm,
no. I'm like, but I ride dirt bikes.
mhm,
So I've fallen off a dirt bike before. So what's a horse? I was like,
mhm,
"I'm willing to learn. If you can give me some time," I was like, "I'll get it."
mhm,
I'm like anything else. And he was like, "Yeah, no problem." So for like 3 weeks before we started shooting, learn how to ride a horse and just get comfortable with one. And even then, I still wasn't comfortable, but I was like, "All right, I can fake it. Like I can ride this thing now. At
mhm,
least look like I'm doing the part right."
mm.
So,
That's so cool. Have you had to pick up any other skills like that for a job?
um, learn how to do fire, which is something I never said I would do.
Like, do fire stunts?
Yeah, like get
Like
lit on fire.
what'd you
Yeah.
do?
So in one of the beginnings of the is it the Rick and Michonne show for Walking Dead,
Mm,
a zombie gets hit with like this little projectile, like missile, so to
mhm,
speak, and then it lights him on fire, and he just kind of burns up,
mm.
and then his head explodes off.
Oh,
So I had to learn how to do fire for it.
that's what you did?
Yeah,
Your head exploded?
my head doesn't explode. I mean, in the show explodes, but
Uh-huh,
like we had to get lit on fire, and once the fire goes up to a certain point, they put it out,
uh-huh.
and then they kind of CGI the head thing exploding off. So
How did how did that work? Like, was it like how did the practical effect work?
So the practical is they put you in like 3 layers of like clothing, and
Mhm,
each layer they put like this fire gel on top of it. It's like, super cold,
mm. I've
and
heard of them using fire gel before,
yeah,
actually.
and it helps light you up too. So
Mhm,
they put the first layer on, they soak you. Second layer, soak you again. Then the final layer, which is the layer that you'll see on TV,
mhm,
they put that on. Then they soak you in it, and by that time you're freezing. And then they light you up on fire, and you kind of have to listen to the cues and everything.
mhm,
Because a lot of times, depending on how high the fire is supposed to go, you either have to have your eyes closed or you have to hold your breath, especially if it's a full burn.
mhm,
Because if you breathe in, you're done.
mhm,
So you hear them talking like move forward, move forward, move forward, back up, move forward, move forward, move forward. And if I can't breathe any longer, I feel like I'm about to lose my air. I just fall to the ground and they'll put you out.
mhm.
Yeah, that's what happens.
How many times did you have to do it?
3 times for the chest And then I think it was like maybe twice for like the back and the shoulder.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, you got through
Yeah.
it.
But it was like one of those things back when I first seen fire. I was like, nah, I'm never doing fire. Like, I don't like fire.
Yeah, that sounds like it would, because you're on fire.
Yeah.
Like that
Like, there's no
sounds,
faking being on fire. Like, you're on it, you're on it.
yeah.
And I
Yeah,
was
no,
just like,
that.
and then they were like, yeah, well, it's for the beginning of the show, like for the opening. I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Mhm.
They're like, I thought you want to do fire. I'm like, yeah, but it's for the opening Walking Dead. I was like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really crazy, actually. I feel like that really would, like, psych you out. Like, you're on fire. And especially if did it go all the way up to, like, your neck? Is
Oh,
that what
yeah.
you said? Ooh.
It's like when you're walking with it and it starts getting higher, you can kind of see it because even, I mean, you can feel it even if your eyes are closed. I'm like, oh, I can feel it. So if you move a certain way, if you come in a little bit, sometimes the fire will go out. And then if you go forward, it may go past you, especially in the full burn. A lot of times you'll see guys walk and all of a sudden you see them move their face a certain way. And that time is when the fire goes past you. So you can breathe for a couple of seconds. And then when you feel it coming back, you just suck it up again and boom, you're engulfed.
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
That is cool, though. At least
Yeah.
you can say now that would you do a fire stunt again then?
I did it once.
No.
Maybe if it was like an arm, but nothing other than that.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
intense.
I'm good.
Intense.
I did it once. I'm good.
Yeah, that's so cool. You done a lot of Marvel things, right?
A couple of them, yeah.
Are you I feel like it's not like, are you, like, a Marvel, like, fan? Like, was it Luke Cage and Jessica Jones?
Yeah,
Was
Luke
that
Cage and
it?
Jessica Jones. I did, yeah.
Do you follow that at all? Like, with Walking Dead, you
Nah,
do, or was that just more?
it was cool to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones I would watch with my dad. Like, Justin was in that.
I think the only ones I've actually followed was like the Infinity War, stuff like that. And I've only seen like a couple of them. I've seen like the Black Panther and Infinity Wars and I guess whatever the next one was after that. But other than that, I haven't watched one since. I haven't watched a TV show of any Marvel stuff.
So Walking Dead is, like, your big,
Yeah.
like what you're doing.
That and like YouTube. I'd rather watch YouTube half the time. Like,
How long have you been doing The Walking Dead then?
probably about like 4 years now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there's a lot of spinoffs, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was like, because I remember the original show when I was a kid.
There's like the
So
original
different.
show, then there's Fear of the Walking Dead, then there's Dead City, Rick and Michonne, and then Daryl.
Yeah. I don't watch it either. But
Yeah.
my mom was a fan when I was a kid. So that's why I'm like, that's still going. Like, I remember.
That's
like,
what everyone says. But I mean, if it's still going because it makes money. If it doesn't make money, it'll stop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think that's about all I have. Do you have anything coming up? Anything you need to plug?
Another Walking Dead season. Other than that, I'm trying to think what movies I've ever done lately. Oh, I know it's the final season of Raising Kanan's coming out. I think either next month, like January, February. I think it's coming out. And movie wise, I think it's Fast with Lakeith Stanfield and a couple other guys. It's like a like an FBI movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have not heard of it yet.
Yeah.
I'll look into that. We'll look out for it.
Yeah.
But so again, thank you for coming
Thank you.
out. I had a wonderful time
same.
talking to you. And yeah, that's
That's
it for us.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.